Praise the Lord, everybody. I'm about to take you back to 212 Richard Street, Joliet, Illinois, to an old testimony service. It goes a little something like this. Joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Joy bells, joy bells, joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Come on and clap your hands. Come on and give God glory. Joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Joy bells keep ringing in my soul. Joy bells. Joy bells. Yes, Lord, keep ringing in my soul. Yes, Lord, keep ringing in my soul. Yes, Lord. Yes, to your will. Yeah. Apostolic say this right here. Jesus, keep ringing in my soul. Jesus, keep ringing in my soul. Jesus. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing on this good here Monday? I'm still tired from Sunday, huh? So listen. Before we get started, y'all already know the drill. I need you guys to go ahead and like and share on this live right now. Like, I got the artists in the back, so I need you guys to go like and share this thing, make some comments, and while you're at it, go on over to YouTube and subscribe. I've been asking y'all to subscribe for the last 7-8 shows, so why haven't y'all subscribed yet? I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on. All right, but go ahead, like, share, comment on this post, and also, if you want to follow me on all social media outlets, you have all the information at the bottom of the screen. Can y'all follow instructions today? Go to my Facebook page, hit like. Go to my Instagram page, hit follow. Go to my YouTube page and hit subscribe. All right? And then, Chris, you already know I'm about to say it. You have 4 ways to give. You got Cash App, you got Zelle, you got PayPal, you got Venmo. All electronic ways to transfer money. All right? So listen, they in the back, so I'm going to bring them up. I'm gonna start with our co-host. I'm going to bring him up, and he's going to read the bio of our artists, and we're going to bring them up. This show would not be long like it was last week, huh? Because Wayman and Irvin, they was long-winded last week, and they just had a lot to talk about. But today, Gene is not playing that, and Nate got rehearsal, huh? So we about to get this show on the road. So at this time, we're going to bring Mr. Chris Johnston up, my co-host. Elder, I'm sorry.
Minister. No, sir. Not at all. Not at all. At least not yet. Grace and peace, everybody. Grace and peace. Happy Monday.
Grace and peace. Happy Monday. Listen, go ahead before we start. Go ahead, give them your information on where they can get your music and do you knew I was gonna do this, so go ahead and tell the people.
So you can find all my music on all digital outlets. You got "Chasing After You," my first single, and then you have What's the other one? Three Kings, the
Three
Christmas single. Yeah, you can find them both on all digital music outlets. Follow me on St. Chris J on Facebook as well as Instagram, and then also follow my business page, Creative Imaginations, for your graphic and media needs. It was a nice plug, huh?
That was good plug.
All right.
Good plug. Now we're gonna plug on in, and I want you to introduce Jenipher.
Do I have? Listen, I know Jenipher.
Go ahead and introduce. We want to read her bio because see.
Oh, we got to read her bio. All right.
They don't be knowing who they be listening to on Sunday. Listen, her bio is stronger. You hear me?
My lamb. So let's read her bio. So Jenipher Jones is a native Chicagoan, born and raised in Inglewood. Jenipher is a trained vocalist with variations in gospel, jazz, and classical. Jenipher has traveled the world, being given the privilege to share her gift with the world. She has been granted the opportunity to teach vocal workshops in Italy. In May 2012, Jenipher was blessed to release her debut EP entitled Stronger. Jenipher has toured with the Color Purple Broadway musical. She has also been in such hits as The Mahalia Jackson Story, Black Nativity, Imitation of Life, Beauty's Only Skin Deep, The Wiz, and Dreamgirls. God has granted Jenipher such favor over her life that she lives her life as a thank you, knowing that she does not deserve any of the blessings that God bestows upon her. Over the years, Jenipher has learned that trials only come to make you strong, but she strives to teach all that she encounters that what doesn't kill you simply makes you stronger. Y'all, welcome my minister of music for the New Zion Temple, Missionary Baptist Church of God of Christ of the Latter-day Saints of the Apostolic Faith, Miss Jenipher Jones.
Go ahead.
Is she there?
Jen, you gotta unmute your mic. She got a mutant mic demon today.
Listen, that's Maddie Mouse Clark.
Listen, they don't know.
You know,
that's Maddie Mouse Clark. She don't play.
I'm not the sound man. So listen, have the sound man unmute the mic. But I'm just kidding. Chris, that was so nice. My introduction as mistress of ceremony.
That's right.
You done started already. She done started already.
That's right.
At least let me get Nate and Way on the screen before you start.
All right. What we doing next?
Let's do Nate. Look at her face. She's about to go.
Oh, she gonna cut up. Y'all wait. See. All right. Next up, we have Nate Martin. He is a recording artist born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. He is the leader of the award-winning group Nate Martin and Sign, Singing in God's Name, which he founded in 2016 at the age of 15 years old. Nate also serves as a praise and worship leader at Fellowship Chicago, originally under Pastor Charles Jenkins and now under Pastor Reginald Sharp Jr. He is currently a junior at Columbia College Chicago studying music. Nate Martin and Sign single Jesus is Lord drops Good Friday, April 15th. Y'all welcome the voice himself. Come on, Nate Martin.
What's up, everybody? Not the
That's
voice.
That's right. He's so humble. I like
not the voice. Not the voice.
He's so humble.
What's up, everybody?
Oh no, I ain't got no voice. I'm singing yesterday. That's what this is. So, Lord is good.
Listen, from the ship. See, everybody in Chicago know about the ship. Fellowship. What a fellowship. What a joy to find.
Only on special occasions.
I'm from Joliet, so we know about the ship. All right. I won't clown right now. Let's bring Way up. Then we're going to do all the clowning.
All right. Next up, we have Wayman. I forgot his last name, but Wayman. Born and raised in Maryville, Indiana, Way has started singing. Way Cruse, thank you. Way started singing at the age of 6 and has been singing professionally for about 9 years now. Way has sung behind and currently still singing with some of the elites in the gospel and secular industry, such as Kim Burrell, Tweet, Layla Hathaway, Vashawn Mitchell, just to name a few. He has had TV appearances as well, such as Wendy's Chicago Live. What is that? Windy City Live Chicago, I'm sorry. Soul Wars and etc. His sound will remain remind you of a unique soul, yet will take you from a place of comfort to freedom. Come on, comfort and freedom, my God from Zion. Come on, let's welcome Wayman himself.
What's up, everybody?
Um, listen, Jaquia, be quiet. I forgot.
What's up, everybody? The last name's Cruz. Okay.
Yeah, now I remember. It's not like I don't see you every other day.
It's too much going on today. It's a lot going on right now. It's a whole lot going on right now. I don't know what's going on. All right, y'all. Jen will be back in a little bit. So listen, let me tell y'all, I did this on purpose because last week Jen was like, I don't want it to be a New Zion Temple thing. Well, it seemed to be a New Zion Temple thing today because everybody here done graced the New Zion Temple stage, huh?
Right, I was about to say, Nate, you're an honorary member, so
I
Nate
am,
is,
as long as y'all know.
especially that praise and worship he done did on Fourth Sunday. Boy, if you call out Jesus like that one more time, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna throw something at
Please don't.
Same down.
you.
my
I is. So listen. So Nate, Wade, you we actually covered these questions before. We just gonna reiterate a lot of the questions again. All right.
Pick that.
All right. Fantastic, as the people of God would say. So listen. So Nate, I'll start with you. Um, who is your inspiration as far as musically?
Definitely Andre Crouch. I've been listening to him forever. So when I see somebody that can play and sing and group, and I like traditional gospel as well as contemporary. He was known as the father of contemporary gospel music. So definitely my number one.
So with you liking traditional gospel, do you find it hard to connect with your generation and with your music, or do
No,
you blend them together?
yeah, I was gonna say I think that's what I really try to do in my music is especially because I go to a church like fellowship where we have older people and younger people. There's a need for music to be able to bridge, the gap. So try to my best to make music that'll kind of, have that praise and worship feel for the younger generation, and then also call on Jesus at the end, for the older generation as well. So um, seems to have been working recently. So hopefully it is working.
So I'll bounce back the question to Wayman. Um, from your
Ooh, Jennifer.
inspiration into like where we are now, do you find it hard to bridge the type of music that you listen to your artistry?
I won't say it's hard, but I do find it to be. It's very meticulous. Like you have to, if you want to bring in two worlds, so to speak, you got to be lyrically inclined at the same time. So like your words should connect uh more so than just the music. So it can be hard, but like even like Nate said, I'll have a neo soul type groove to a song, and I'll still find a way to holler at the end. So yeah.
Jen, I just asked them a question. I'm gonna ask you the same question. Who is your
Ooh,
She quit us.
I guess you don't want
I'm
to.
sick
I guess
of.
you don't want to tell the people
I'm
her
sick of.
information. So Nate, go ahead and tell us about your new single that's coming out on this Friday. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we're releasing Jesus is Lord. It's coming out this coming Friday on Good Friday. I recorded it last year at my group's 5th year anniversary / live recording. And I mean, it's one of my favorites. Kind of goes back to that bridging the gap type thing. It's a few
It's a
genres in
good
this.
song.
I got like gospel, praise and worship, and then I also got like my little Stevie Wonder, you know, like funk
Uh,
in there too. So it's definitely a vibe, and then the cover art. I don't know if y'all have seen it yet, but it's definitely a play off an Andrew Crouch album that has a song with the same title. So it's gonna be really dope. I'm excited.
So, what place were you at? As artist, musician. I don't know if you play a lot of times the place that we are at that moment, you can hear it or see it through the music. So what mindset or what place were you at that moment when you wrote the song and started ministering the song to the people?
Well, this is one of those songs. My former pastor Charles Jenkins, he says that songs are either they're one of two things, either ice cream or medicine. This is one of those songs I would put in the ice cream thing. It's like it's a feel good vibe. It's fun. So I can't say I was really going through something. I was really just celebrating, Jesus being Lord and in control. Um, it's it's one of those. It's just a very fun song. It's not, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I was depressed and going through all that. There are songs like that are gonna be on the album that's coming out in June. But the first song I want to release, definitely I want to be a little bit different. It's still church. Y'all gonna hear a little bit of holler in there, but like I said, it's at that time it's really just a celebration of Jesus being Lord over my life. So
And that's real good. That's real good. It's good to have celebratory type of songs, and not always feeling down and out.
that's real.
I'm gonna add Jen back, and we're gonna get her caught up on some questions. Jen,
You welcome.
yes, I love it. I
Can
love
y'all
it.
hear me? What did he say?
We love it. We just
And I
love
said we welcome you.
Now I can't hear y'all.
Oh
it.
my God.
The devil.
You can't hear us.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh God! Turn the
Can y'all
volume
hear
up
me?
on your phone. Yes.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Turn
What
the
kind of
volume
demon
up
is
on your
this?
song. Are you on your phone?
Who child?
Are you on your
I'm
phone?
gonna try one more time.
All right,
I'm gonna
go
try
ahead.
one more time, y'all. My volume is up,
Oh, Lord.
guys.
There you go. It's fine. There you go.
Can you hear us now?
You can't hear us.
All right, go back out and come back in. Fix your
I'm gonna try
mic.
again.
All right. So
The blood of
wait.
the Most High.
So wait. Tell us about your music. I know
About
which
my
one
music or my
you go
we
ahead
not
and tell
going there.
about your music. I know which one my favorite, but go tell about the songs you got out, and then tell them about new music that you might be working on and the different vibes that you're going to be working with.
So I have two singles out. The first one is called Beacon Light, and the second one is called No Shame. The first one is kind of it's neo soul type feel, but it's still, so you can say it's like inspirational gospel. And then I tag a hymn on the end of it. So my whole vibe musically is very neo soul gospel, not really traditional at all. The second one is called No Shame. It's along the lines of praise and worship type vibe, but a little country twang to it. So, yeah. What music I have coming? I'm currently writing. I'm planning for a recording very soon, but yeah, y'all come out for that. It ain't out yet, but I'm planning for that very soon. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. Keeping undercover. Praise God.
Yeah, you can't tell everything because people.
Can't tell everything. I mean, even though Nate ain't even come my last concert, but
Whoa.
we.
Hey, you gonna
I ain't even got nothing to say about that.
No. Don't get me wrong.
Plead the
Totally
fifth.
right, but
I I can't even sit up here and lie. I know I wasn't there. I don't know why I wasn't there. I just know I wasn't there.
That's good.
God.
that's good. See,
That's
that's why I
real
said
good. Listen, Nate, you're 20 now,
Yeah, I'll be 21 next month.
and you started at 15.
Yep.
I think one of my sisters sing with you. Do Angel Patterson sing with you?
No, she used to though.
Okay.
When we first started, like she came about the second year. Yeah.
Okay. So listen, I want you, because I know it's a lot of artists, inspiring artists who may have wrote music, got music out, but don't have the platform to put it out, or was never giving the opportunity to share their music. This for all three of y'all. I'm gonna start with Nate. I'm gonna go Wayman, and I'm gonna go to Chris.
First of all, where's Jenipher?
Pray for her. Pray for her. I'm about to text her while y'all doing this. I want y'all to give some type of encouraging words to the indie artists, because a lot of people don't know. We work real jobs, and either you're working real jobs or you're in school. So we're not making money like the Kirks or the Franklins and the Tamalas of the man, making y'all pay $10,000 to $20,000 for us to come sing about 4 songs. We're not doing that. So we work a real job. So when y'all hear the music, that's because we spend our hard-earned money on putting our music out. So Nate, Wayman, Chris, can y'all give some type of encouraging words to inspire aspiring artists and some artists who do have music out but just haven't been given a platform to put their music out there?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I started when I was 15. I didn't have a lot of support. I didn't really have the connections. I'm not from a musical family or a whole bunch of preachers where, they were well known in the city. So coming from somebody that literally had to just build and I was figuring it out, still figuring it out as I go. First I would just say, kind of set yourself up to kind of be disappointed. I know that's not really encouraging, but if you are looking for support from people, I promise you, I had to learn that that's really not why I'm doing it in the first place, is for support. You really got to do it because you want to do it, because you know that God told you to do it. And then as far as not having the resources or the platform, I think that one of the main issues that a lot of artists today have is that we're looking for somebody to give us a seat at the table. But I just be like, give me the wood, give me the tree, I'll cut it up and make my own table, because like some people spend their whole lives trying to sit at somebody else's table. And honestly, you get to that table and you be like, this is not actually what I thought it was gonna be. And I just say, just keep going, build up, make sure even if you are trying to sit at somebody else's table, it's always good to have your own anyway. Make your own platform, because that way can't nobody take it from you. And as far as like resources and money, I mean, I've done 2 recordings and a few projects here and there, and I have to trust God, because I don't work a job. I'm in school full time. I mean, of course, I get money from singing or whatever, but y'all know that $100 go to gas now. So yeah. So I mean, just trust God. If He told you to do something, even if it seems like it's something crazy or abnormal, untraditional, that's the type of stuff I love. So just go for it.
And that was good that you said that, because this new generation that's coming along in music, they ain't got parents and grandparents who a Stella Award winning and Grammy Award winning. They're making this platform for themselves with the help
That's
of
true.
God. So that's why you can't just go off of, hey, that's the name that everyone is using. No, you need to go off of the anointing that the person brings and the music that they bring in. At that moment, I might not be looking for a quartet sound. I might be looking for a neo soul. I might be looking for a praise and worship sound that turns church. It just all depends on what you're looking for at that moment. Way before you go, let me add Jenipher back in here, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Add Jenipher back in here, all right? Jen?
Or CD skipping?
Is Jen in?
Uh-uh.
Okay, let's take it back out. Go ahead, Way.
She not good.
Yeah, she's not good. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was literally just gonna piggyback on what Nate said. He pretty much said everything. I'm from Maryville, and I didn't get a start till I was in my home church in Gary, Indiana. Did nobody from Chicago know me at all. So it's literally one of those things like, who is this guy coming from Indiana? Like, people think I live in Chicago and I don't. So I get like I get the flack of, who is this guy from Indiana coming out here and doing all of this? And it's literally one of those things like, once you know you gotta go, you just gotta go. And you gotta go for what you know. You're not gonna get, people ain't gonna do it for you. I had to learn that the hard way. People aren't gonna do it for you. Everybody you think that supports you is not gonna support you. And those are the ones that you don't look for the most. And honestly, that type of journey is the one that you take and you learn the most about yourself and how much you actually carry. Um, so yeah, my encouragement to any aspiring singer or artist or whatever you may want to do, to just go for it and do what you know that you are called to do.
That's good, Wade. Go ahead, Chris.
Ditto to what they said. I agree 100%. But I will also add to it, as an indie artist, learn the business so nobody can take advantage of you. Some things I've learned the hard way and not knowing the business, even though crazy part about it, I have a whole degree in music business. Ain't that crazy? But still, learn the business, know the business. That way, when you go to do different things, you're not getting taken advantage of. So that's my encouragement, to really learn the business.
And that is so true, because that first single, y'all know sometimes Cooper say stuff, and so you got to think before he say stuff, and that was one of the moments. So all I'm going to say is, yes, learn the business, because if you don't know it, they're going to take advantage of you. You're going to be spending more money than what you're supposed to. And get you a team behind you that's going to protect you. Because if you don't have a team behind you that's going to protect, listen, my manager, Marquise Callis, do not play. He don't care what I got going on. He want to know who, what, when, where, why, and how. Because he want to make sure everything that the person is promising me, I'm getting it. And he going to get another contract on top of the contract that we already got with them. So get you somebody who's going to protect you and who's going to guard you. And I hope you got a pastor who's going to cover you and protect your anointing. Because I learned the hard way even last year. Everywhere is not meant for you to go.
Yep.
Every platform is not meant for your music. Huh? Listen, I learned the hard way. I went somewhere. Lord, Father, help us, Jesus. I didn't know what I was sitting in. But I got rebuked after I got permission to go. But that's another story for the great bishop. So I'm going to add Jenipher onto the call. Sister Jen.
Now, if y'all can't hear me this time,
I heard you the first time.
We can
I
hear
didn't
you.
hear y'all, and I didn't know what. Okay, whatever. I'm back.
So Jen, okay, we gonna catch you up. All right.
All
so,
right.
Who is your inspiration?
What kind of inspiration? Musical inspiration?
Yes, ma'am.
My musical inspiration was Ella Fitzgerald.
Man, keep it going.
What you say? Did you say that?
Don't pay way no.
Way being messy. Go ahead.
Don't pay way no.
Nah, that's my musical inspiration. That was asked of me last week. Praise God.
And you said Ella Fitzgerald?
Sure did.
Oh well.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It is.
Ella, yeah. Ain't nobody touching her. I don't care who it is. Even in a slumber, nobody's touching her.
Nobody.
Nobody.
So her.
Uh-oh. Now you
I'm still here.
Okay.
You are in ministry right now. Tell her don't be texting.
That's not what that is. I'm trying to make sure that everything is all right because I have to do a lot of maneuvering. Okay? That's all, Saints.
So I told them last week that I'm about to pick you.
Okay. Let me leave.
Why we ain't got no new music from you?
Did you send me a check?
You get enough checks?
I got a whole household.
Because I was sitting by you and Wayman,
Hey.
and I heard that ding ding.
Hey,
We gonna say where that ding ding came from, but I heard the ding ding.
Oh, that is fun.
So
you just got paid. You just got paid too.
he's talking about the ding ding. What ding ding?
The
The
Cash
nice
App
Cash App
ding
ding.
ding. The Cash App ding ding.
You know,
You know.
I have so many. I'm working on music, and I'm just not. This is what I'm not. I'm not a person who just puts it out to have something out.
Right.
No.
So it needs to make sense to me, logistically.
Right.
It has to make sense to me completely. And everybody's like, it's been so long. It's been so long. And then I look at a lot of people, and I'm like, you got a whole lot of music out, and I wouldn't listen to any of it. I would rather have a whole lot of nothing. I would rather have
Morgan.
a little bit of something. You know, Morgan got to make her presence known. I will always have a little bit of something as opposed to having a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I just want it to be right. And she's one of the main reasons, like, she's a perfectionist. So I can go in the studio and I can do something, and we may say, like, you know what, let's give it another day. I feel like you'll do better tomorrow. Or I feel like your emotion will feel different. Now, do you mean in reference to music, period, or gospel music?
I mean music, period.
Oh, okay.
Because
All
I
right.
have learned even just being because I've been knowing you since Joliet, when you used to come down to 1V. But I have learned this past year that literally you could sing anything, anywhere, anytime, and the glory of God will fall. Like, why are you thinking about the glory of God just sitting there singing jazz? I'm just trying to figure it out. And I have learned that from, like, literally watching your Facebook page, watching you go live, watch you sing in different platforms. And so that's why I'm like, we need something. You need to give us something. Whatever I'm gonna buy, but we need something from you.
So I'm working on something, and it's really iffy when you are a secular artist and a minister of music. Having the two worlds collide respectfully is hard.
That goes to the next question.
Having them collide respectively is hard because prime example, and not that it has happened, but let's just say I put some music out and then Bishop is like, I didn't like, that's not, right. I didn't agree with the tone of your music. It's a catch-22 because this is my music, but then at the same token, I'm his minister of music. Right. So now it's like, you're a reflection of, so I always have to be like mindful of what I'm putting out. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people may not agree with my album because my album will have a little bit of everything. Am I doing a all gospel album? No.
Nope.
Will there be gospel on my album? Yes. Will there be classical on my album? Yes. Will there be R&B on my album? Yes. So if you can't listen to all of them, then skip to the song that fits your need. But they will all be there because they all serve a purpose. And it may not just be what you want to hear, but there may be somebody who don't want to hear Old Rugged Cross that's going to find something else on the album that may suit their need. And it's a hard walk when you sing secular and you are, like, if I was just a praise team member or if I was just a pew member,
wouldn't care.
No.
But real.
Being a leader and singing secular, it's a different ball game because you have those hypocritical, messy people who will look at, they have come to Bishop like, so your minister of music sings secular. He's like, that's her job. That's what she does. He does defend me. But he ain't got to defend me. I can defend myself. But
let him
know.
You know.
You let him.
We know.
We don't need to say nothing.
I don't need no help. But he does defend me, but he shouldn't have to. So I always ask this question because there are a lot of people in ministry who complain about me singing secular, but my question is always, how did you see me? Were you there?
That's what
You
I
were.
have to do.
So, what's the difference in you being there and me being there at work? You cannot show me a man or a woman of God that laid down and made babies to singing in the heavenly choir. Nobody did it.
Woo!
Oh, Lordy.
Or Jesus can work it out. Not at all.
I know somebody who did to TD Jakes' love songs.
But they were love songs.
Shut up,
It's
Chris.
TD Jakes.
He was not on there talking about get ready. Man, maybe that was his hype up for it, but
Get ready.
I don't know. But things have a place. And I did get discouraged at one time about it. And then something came up in my memories, and I was singing at a club, and I actually was singing house music. Nothing that had nothing to do with Jesus or nothing else. And I had never noticed it in the video, but I clicked on the video, and the guy that was recording, there was a lady that was with him, and she said God sent her to say this to me. What I was talking about in the house music, the lady was like, God sent her to say that to me. And I wasn't talking about the Lord. But what I was saying ministered to whatever she had going on in that moment, whether it was neo soul, R&B, rap, trap, whatever. No matter what you do, no matter what I sing, there's always my prayer that somebody is blessed by it. No matter what I do. I don't want to get into that conversation, but every time I grace the stage, you got to know that I take God with me. All the time. Even when people feel like, oh, she's dressed too promiscuous, she's blah, 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 blah. I take God with me. I don't do nothing without him. And I may not be singing about him, but because he lives in me, you will feel him no matter what I sing.
Yeah, you right about
even
that.
if it's the
Well, that's the truth.
ABCs.
And might I add, she's the one who helped me be comfortable with singing R&B music and literally being okay with doing it. Because I'd be like, nah, I ain't doing that. God ain't told me to do that. He ain't told me to do that.
And he don't. And that's the
Morgan.
thing.
And he's right.
He don't tell everybody to do it. You know what I'm saying? He don't tell
Uh-huh.
everybody to do it. He didn't tell Mary to do it, but they have a gospel that
Mhm.
they do. He didn't
Right.
tell, you know what I'm saying?
Jen,
Who?
I'm about to shut.
Morgan.
I'm about to delete her.
Morgan.
But let me say, look, you can delete her, but
That is good.
because you know she gonna Coop. You already know she gonna cut up. But people look, even with Morgan, people look at Morgan and her exterior, and baby, if God ever decide to put it in a pulpit, she gonna preach y'all happy, because the way that girl knows that Bible and will listen.
Y'all can't delete me.
However, listen, God didn't give it to everybody to do. And I got some confirmation before. I asked my grandmother about everything. So when I decided to go secular because I was hurt in gospel, my initial choice to go secular was because I was hurt in gospel. I didn't just get up like, oh, let me go. Gospel was nasty to me. Very nasty to me. And so I chose to go a different route because I still wanted to use my gift. You know, I still wanted to use my gift. So I had to go the way I wanted to. And I started off doing weddings, and which is where the money is. That was the sole purpose of it. And then I started doing more. So it wasn't just like I wanted to go juke and then here you go, because I could have got that fixed at open mic.
Jen, now you telling our age. They don't say juke no more.
I do.
It's twerk.
Everything ain't a twerk.
They looking like, Lord,
what's happening?
No, I'm trying to make sure it's not too loud because it was playing.
Well, Nate, y'all say twerking because I know he young. That's all y'all say is twerk.
You know,
he a man of God. I
don't want to tell on myself, so
don't tell on yourself, man. Don't tell on yourself.
I don't know what they say.
I don't know what this.
That's
Good
right.
answer. Good answer.
That's right. Good answer.
My nephew a man of God, all right? He don't know about that.
I don't know
Don't know
what the
nothing.
kids call
What
it
is a
no
twerk?
more.
What is a twerk? Wow.
What is a
But
twerk?
Jen,
Yes, sir.
this is my problem though. They got a problem with. I'm about to say it because this is my platform. They don't like me saying what I want to say. They can delete Talk Coop. They listen to Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, and Jasmine Sullivan with their soulful, half the time traditional gospel sound, and they want to have a problem with you singing. Fantasia was sing, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me, and then go into total praise with some booty shorts on and some stockings on.
And be in full tongues and sing
And
the
be in
whole
full
crowd in
tongue.
worship. Because
Which
we are
leads
so,
everything back to you can't move on people.
Right.
you can't move on people. And people are here. Oh man. Y'all probably gonna get me set down for a week.
No.
Here is
Don't say it.
I'm saying it, you know. And Bishop know he know his flock. He knows what I mean in my heart. But we are so taken aback by the look of church and not so much concerned as of what it really is that we are going to truly miss a whole flock of people that we not gonna reach because we don't want the girl with the booty shorts to come to church when the girl with the booty shorts could potentially be the next Juanita Bynum. We don't know. But because she came with the booty shorts, she, you know, y'all looked at her funny. Or you don't want the person, you know. Oh, Jesus. Knocking on wood. To Jenipher, this is a Jenipherism. And I'm not talking about my church. What I'm saying is church in itself has become, we want it to look this way. It don't really got to be this way, but it got to appear this way.
Somebody get Morgan.
Y'all know she ain't gonna stop. Y'all, I don't know why y'all even, hello. I don't even know why you had me on this show without her. We're a package. Like, you knew she was coming.
Send her the link so she could be here.
You knew she was coming. But
I am gonna log out.
Wait, get your sister.
Cause I'm about to.
I'm
gonna holler at Morgan down here.
Caught up in it looking okay rather than it being okay. The church is definitely how can I put this without it being offensive? The church is in a
It's in a shift.
I don't know.
That's good. That's good. It's in the shift.
That's real good, Jen. That's real good.
What I do?
It's in the shift.
Before you speak, yes, God.
Listen, yeah, I don't want to just say that came with 40 because y'all know they're like, anyway, the older I got, it came. But the church is in a cosmetic triangle.
That's good.
Where we want things to look good on the outside and things on the inside are suffering. So
Jen, that's Morgan. That is not us.
Morgan.
And who is Don? Talking about what Don?
Sorry,
do I really have to answer that question?
Listen, yeah, don't answer. The church wants to be cosmetically all right and not be okay on the inside. And so it's just like the appearance of it. So when people don't see it, they be cool with it. But the moment the people see it, get rid of it. When people don't see it, they feel like, here we go. Oh Lord, now my niece they got on here talking about. But that's just how I feel about, the church a lot of times. And so I get a lot of, which is why I respect Bishop so much. I get a lot of backlash from people who you'd be surprised, be like, man,
who want to be you.
You okay with your worship leader singing this secular music? You okay with the this? You okay with the blah, 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 blah. And you do have people that want to be me until they realize
it ain't easy.
It's
And
not
might
easy.
I add, I don't even want it. But y'all
It's
want
not
to be
easy.
in somebody else's shoes.
It's not easy serving a man of God of that caliber, number
Yeah.
one. And then it's not easy serving the group of people that we serve. Like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And so it pushed me towards secular because when I get to secular, I really don't have to care about that. You know what I'm saying? In church, you got to care about the people's feelings and about I'm here to do my job in this secular. Run me my check. Let me do what I do, and I got to go. But when you're in church, I have to be concerned about the well-being of the people. Not that I'm not concerned about the well-being of the people in the secular world, but it just flows a little differently. And I have to be honest because church was hucking and bucking and speaking in tongues, but wasn't writing no checks.
All right.
But then they want you. I ain't gonna even go there.
Next
do it.
question.
Don't
Next
do it.
question.
But Jen, I'm gonna go Bible. The whole Song of Solomon is sexual.
It is.
like
It is.
the people not gonna like me. Let's go Bible. David wrote Psalms. It was about him and Jesus. But the Song of Solomon talking about eating the fruit thereof and the honey off the honeycomb, and I'm just.
So here's the thing. This is what the people do because they eating the fruit from the honeycomb.
They just
but can't nobody see it, so it's all right. But because you saw me at the club singing what I sang, it was a disgrace. Listen, don't start me. You know, but this is what happens. People,
Jenipher,
then you are free to talk.
No. I'm gonna talk, but I wanted to be respectful. Because it's bigger than the church people. Jenipher has a brand that she has to protect.
Yeah.
So I have to be easy at what I say because I got contracts on the table that I don't need to come bite me. So what I'm saying is that it's a cosmetic thing. Church is cosmetically incorrect. They just want to look good and not necessarily be okay on the inside. It's like the person who wears makeup on a regular basis but never takes care of their skin. So when they take the makeup off, their skin is dehydrated. They have acne scars. They got this and they got that. They never spend time trying to clear up the problem, just covering it and masking it. And church cosmetically does that. If you speak in tongue, if you shout, if you run, if you jump, if you this, and you show up on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, then you are in the spirit. You are saved. You are on your way to heaven. But they look at the girl who only show up on Sunday differently. The girl that's quiet, that ain't in no organizations, ain't in no this and no that. And they feel like, well, something wrong with her spirit. And it's not.
Mm-hmm.
She just moves a little differently. She just moves a little differently. And church don't like that. It has to look a certain way. Because a lot of people that talk about stuff looking a certain way be toe up and be sleeping and dipping and tipping and can't nobody see it and people know, but then they get up and then they try to just, no.
And that's how they know you. That's how they know you singing at the club, because they go in there. They go in there with their side pieces, and then you want to go tell. I'm calling it out. See, she don't have to say I said. Then you get caught up with your side pieces at these clubs, but then you want to go back and tell Bishop.
I got a very funny story that because you in it.
Who?
Raymond was baby, probably like 20, maybe, and we was in Las Vegas.
Oh.
And we were walking, and I was working the Stellars. We was walking, and we was bumping into people who wasn't with their wives, but was there with other fellows. And Wayne was like, "Ain't that way?"
Did you say other?
Let me come explain to you, baby. I have to take women to say, baby. Let me explain to you. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Literally.
That's them people gonna do, and then you gonna see these same people on Sunday letting their wife out at the front door.
Did you say fellows though, fellas? Did you say fellas? Because I just want the people to know exactly what.
I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, Harder. I gotta listen. She's not lying.
I did.
I lived in Las Vegas for 5 years, and I did the Stellars for the majority was there.
Morgan, don't cry.
She's
got
not
her.
lying. So yeah, it's
And here's the thing, I'm okay with that because guess what? Whatever your struggle is, your struggle.
Right,
right. The thing of it is that church don't let folks. Church don't let folks have struggles. They just feel like I can have a struggle, but you can't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know I do what I do, but how dare you get up here today and lead praise and worship at that basement on Sunday night?
Yep.
That's good. That's good.
And it shouldn't have to be that way. People should be able to go to, you know how many shows I've done and I've had audiences full of pastors. I didn't think any differently of that sat back and watched the show, enjoy, even had their wives with them, sat back, you know what I'm saying, without a care in the world and enjoy the show as they should be able to do because they're human. But because it's the club, listen, I can keep it real.
Who said?
And a lot of churches.
Or the weight of my struggle is bigger. Who said that?
That's my cousin. She pretty much saying like the weight of my struggle is bigger than yours, so I get a pass. ...
Yeah. Morgan said we went into a shout at a sec. Do you know how many times my band has been uncomfortable because we more than one gig and we've been singing something and they decided to shout and my band is like, well, I guess we gotta go with them because and I'm standing there in a lace top like I can't bust out of when I think about Jesus dressed like this, but we here now, so boom. Like and you have to just go with what's happening in the moment. And I even take it a step further, like some of these churches, the only thing that separates these churches from these clubs is the times.
Yeah,
you right.
Y'all on Sunday mornings at this time, and the club is at Saturday night at this time. Ain't no difference.
It depends on what Sunday it is, because we serving the same thing.
Or are we?
I'm just saying. It's. I think.
No, we don't. Morgan said we don't be uncomfortable. We don't be uncomfortable. We just be like, should we go or should we not? Because they don't have to go back into. But we don't be uncomfortable because everybody. This is what we do. Like listen, it don't change. Who I am doesn't change because I walked into a club and picked up a microphone. The songs change, but the vessel doesn't change.
Yeah,
just the music.
That's good.
And you literally have to be comfortable within yourself, comfortable with who you are, and comfortable with the assignment that's on your life. If you are comfortable with those three things, you will be completely delivered from people, and you wouldn't have to be worried about what other people are saying because you understand the assignment.
Exactly.
Yep.
You understand the assignment, and that's what really irks me. It irks me.
Yep.
Because sometimes I just sit back and watch. Like I follow a lot of gospel artists or praise and worship leaders who sings on the weekend at weddings, clubs, jazz places, all of this. But then when I look, I'm like, why do I feel the anointing? Like that video that went viral. I forgot the girl's name. She was singing "Free Yourself" by.
And you know how many people sent me that video? One person said, "Jen, if I had to close my eyes, I would have thought it was you." Do you know how many other people sent it to me and said, "You should add this to your set list"? And if I'm not mistaken, somebody I don't know the young lady. I feel like somebody did tell me that she was the first lady or something. But
yeah, she's a praise and worship leader. She's a PK, but she could preach too.
And I'm sure. But the first thing people said was, "But look at her boobs." You missed it.
Lusting. They was lusting.
You missed it. She ministered that song like they should have left free. And all some of y'all can say was, "Look at her boobs." Who cares about this girl's bust?
Somebody that was lusting.
Or somebody that didn't have it.
That part.
Like, it's about the wrong stuff. But then y'all are so easily swayed by the person that does get up with the St. John's original suits and gets up with the cloak with the things on their neck and get up and be, now you feel like they holier than thou, and then they like be told up.
Correct. That's the
Take that
issue.
collar off, fool.
That's the issue, though.
I can speak for
People
myself.
who
Everybody
have those.
respected me hardcore, completely. I got up every Sunday morning and stood as a co-pastor and a first lady to a man, and my house was towed up. My life was towed up. We was going home to different houses.
Jen, talk about it.
But because it looked like it was cool, I was such an anointed woman of God, and such a this and such a that, because it looked like my life was cool. But nobody wanted the truth of me saying this marriage has been an epic fail since the day one. Nobody wanted the truth of that. And then it was just like, oh, her spirit just bad. No, it's the truth. The truth is the truth. It is what it is. And this is honestly why a lot of singers don't have the desire to do gospel.
Yep. Because the viewers of gospel are looking for perfection.
Nah, because they feel
no one's perfect.
And not only that, they know that if they make one little mistake, y'all gonna cancel us. Y'all gonna put us, y'all gonna share it, and y'all gonna share it good. Share it in your group chats. You gonna share it all around the world. You gonna send it. You gonna send it to pastors. You gonna send it to MDs. You gonna send it to ministers of music. The moment they make a mistake, they don't get to be human. When we stand before the people in these positions in church, we don't get the moment to be human. That's humanity is taken away.
Can I say something since you brought this up? Now, this is my sidebar. But since all of y'all watching it, she brought something out of it. That situation with that pastor, y'all was out of order and y'all was immature. Because the scripture talks about you restore those. You got to restore them. Y'all, the pastor wife, Dawkins, Dwayne Dawkins, he got a video out of him sextivities with somebody else. But he was a pastor and he founded a church. And in his area, the church is known. This man stepped down and everyone is talking about him. And everyone is saying he was wrong. Okay, he probably slipped up. He was wrong because he was married. But at the end of the day, we still have to restore everybody. And I think that's what we missing. The reason why they ain't got that many gospel artists now because, for one, the mainstream gospel artists are too busy sleeping with each other. That gospel music workshop of America ain't nothing. I'm going to say it because it's my platform. It ain't nothing but a big old orgy. I know people who go there and they go there to sleep around. But then you want to get mad because somebody decided to go sing at a club.
Yeah.
But your favorite artist.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was going to say back to the restoring thing Jen was talking about.
That's what, yeah.
Honestly, it's more so the church picks and choose who they restore.
Yeah.
Woo, Chris, that's good.
Chris, that was good.
They pick and choose. So
you gotta write that down. That's good.
For example, like you have your mainstream, well-known people, they can have kids out the wazoo with 5 million different women, and you gonna act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah,
but like you said, using Jen and Wade, for example, they go sing secular music somewhere else, and they try to put them up on the cross every other week. And so with the church, it's like we have to change that. Like, let people be people. Let people experience God how they experience God, number one. And then number two, like, again, people have different experiences with God. So, for example, Jen is experiencing God and taking God with her as she ministers. I'll say it. Ministers, even though it's not gospel music in clubs. But, like, she's reaching more people in those settings than she probably is.
That's exactly what I said last week.
And then, like, I've been to a couple Jen shows. And that girl kills every time. By the time sometimes she gets done singing some of those songs, people in there in tears. Do you hear me?
Let me tell you why. No, so Cooper, let me tell you why. So I posted that Valentine's show. Chris, that was all over the internet. They bought tickets. But when I have shows, you don't want me to tell you why I don't invite people? Because you will hold it against me if something happens in that vicinity that you don't quite agree with, now you're holding it against me.
Yeah.
Ain't no restoration for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there are a lot of shows that I don't get to invite people to that I really want to invite people to that I can't though, because it's kind of like I don't trust you to protect me if something happens. I don't trust you to come to my show, and if something don't quite go right, instead of you telling everybody about it, you cover me in it. I don't trust it.
Wow.
Yeah. So when she tells me that she has a show, she be like, "No, brother, don't tell nobody where the show at.
Who you bringing?
That's Jen.
Who you bringing? Or who you
That is
coming with?
deep, like for real.
Yeah.
It's real. That's why I was gonna say, with as far as piggybacking on the what you say record what was the word?
You about to say recompense, boy. It's restoration.
Restoration. I was gonna piggyback on that by saying it's so important to really look at a person's heart, because before you want to cancel them out, before you want to do away with them, before you want to share something that's messy, and to prolong the process of somebody coming out of any type of situation like that, look at their heart. And then once you look at their heart, then it's like, okay, why are we doing this?
Because my whole thing is, who gives people the right to even cancel and crucify people? It's kind of like the pastor, like you said, Coop, who like, but then y'all call the man, y'all will call him demon possessed or something if he go and commit suicide. But why wouldn't he? The way y'all just drug him,
exactly, you
and
just
did
drug
this and
him.
did that. Y'all drug him through the mud and did this and did that. But your granddaddy did the same thing.
That part.
I ain't got my tea today, y'all. I got coffee. Jim, but that happened in Ohio. And I don't know if some people know, but he was in a big Pentecostal organization. I ain't gonna call the name out because I don't want nobody to get me. But he was in a big organization in Ohio. And he was a maestro. Like when I say the boy, you feel the anointing through classical music. That's how bad he was. And he was, quote unquote, struggling with his sexuality. And so he came out, but the church didn't agree with him coming out because they still wanted to use his gift. You ain't never had a problem beforehand, but we ain't even gonna go to that topic.
I guarantee you, Morgan is gonna give you an earful about that, and you probably could have added her to this live for that. I'm not gonna. She got to tell her own testimonies, but this is the truth. This happens again. It's a cosmetic thing.
Yeah.
People want it to look a certain way. It don't got to be a certain way. People be sitting in churches and they know doggone well the pastor and the first lady ain't been together in 5 years because he got 4 girlfriends, but we still going to the church because it look all right.
True.
Mm-hmm.
But Jen, this don't get
and listen, I'm a witness. I've done it.
Killed himself because they didn't receive him at the church. The man killed himself. And so when his funeral happened, everybody want to be sad and down and out and feeling so bad and all of this other stuff. But if y'all would have handled that the correct way, that boy would have never killed himself.
Because some people, when they get these positions in church and they do all this stuff, sometimes that's all they have. I'm not saying that this is what that situation was, but sometimes, because here's the thing, because y'all want people to devote their lives to the church and be there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, blah, 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 blah. And so then they give you all of this, and then when you take it away and you do this and this, then the boy, he didn't kill himself. What he got to live for, and what's this, and I'm not this. It's a lot.
That right there. That right there. Let me tell y'all something.
You see what Morgan said?
Yes, and I'm about to address that. It's like we living in a day and age to where if you do it in secret. We don't want to see it. We don't want to know about it. We know you got the tendencies. We know you may dress a certain type of way. We know you may look a certain type of way, but we want to wonder about it. We don't want to know about it. And that's what's happening. But even in the man's point of view, a lot of these men, you say they feminine, and then you make them get married, and then you get mad when they come out and say they like men. But then I go a different route. The woman get up and preach, and everybody using her all over the nation, call her a prophet of nations and all this other stuff. But then you get mad because she say she like women. So you okay when you don't know about it, but you wondering is it true? But then when they come out and say, "Hey, this is me," you either like it or love it.
So can I play devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
So let me get a little Kool-Aid. That's not
I'm on my way. I want some.
So it ain't got no sugar in it, so you don't want it. Jenipherism, when it comes to the feminine guy in the church, is way more accepted. Have you noticed that you don't see a lot of women like Morgan in church? Why? Y'all will let the man wear the tight suit and all the flowery colors and the pins and the almost closed heels and the tight pants and doing this and doing that, and he's okay and he got on the suit. But the moment Morgan coming there with an Adidas jogging suit on with her locks and she's masculine presenting, she's getting the side eye. And I've seen this happen not just to her, I've seen it happen to several people I don't even know. I've seen them treated a certain way in church because of it. And that's what she said, because we're obviously gay. Well, they're assuming when we wear men's clothes that we're gay. But the men part of it, they don't attack that quite the way they would the woman thing. And women, it's to the point where women don't go to church like that because they're uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? So Morgan was terminated from a church, and we won't say the church, but Morgan has several degrees in music, and could nobody on that staff come close to bring it to the table what she could. And
Morgan, this is what I'm about to delete you.
Morgan.
No, she really.
She has no chill.
I love Jesus scarves.
The lady Morgan.
She has no chill.
You gotta be stopped. Look. But there were also people on that same little team of musicians that I know for a fact
was booty bumping.
Play the tambourine, but y'all fired this girl. We know you serious, Morgan. She was serious about this I love Jesus scarf. She wasn't wearing it. I ain't gonna lie, me either. I wasn't wearing that Mother's Day scarf either.
Not Mother's Day.
I'm sorry. But that's how it goes. And this is why, because I know it seems like we got off topic, but we didn't. These are a lot of the issues that we have in music, because a lot of times some of the people that are in music have these same struggles.
Bye, Morgan.
Oh my God.
I think I need to do a segment.
You need to do a segment with Morgan.
Yeah, I'm going to do a segment with Morgan. Send me a friend.
But you have to tell Morgan what she can and cannot.
Oh, God.
You have to.
Uncensored. So we got to do it somewhere. I need it uncensored.
Yeah, I might just do this for my YouTube and make it
listed.
Listed, so you got to register to get the link.
We want the uncensored Morgan.
You just got to tell her she'll be good. But she would be a great talk because she's very knowledgeable and she got it. But anyway. But that has a lot to do with it too. And so a lot of these people just go secular because they don't feel like it. You know how many people sing in a club or do secular things that love God, but won't come to the church? You know how many drug dealers love God, won't come to the church? Because they don't want nobody looking at them like they're crazy. This is their life and this is what they got to do. And you know how many times I've had people that were in the streets telling me, like, basically, Why do y'all get a pass and we don't? Y'all live the same lives, but nobody knows it.
True.
Do it for real though. Tank, do what for real though? Don't tell. Oh, Hal Morgan.
The uncensored version.
Uncensored version.
The uncensored version.
Oh yeah, that's the version I'm watching.
So my
we got a chance to get in that.
So my godbrother here in Indianapolis, Kevin Jackson, he left when I first moved to Indianapolis. He left and he went dancing. He was dancing. He was on American Best Top Dance Crew. Remember that show?
America's Best Dance Crew.
Close.
Like he was dancing. He danced for Will I Am. That song We Got That Power. He did a bunch of ghost writing. He can't tell who he wrote for, but he did a bunch of ghost writing.
I appreciate the ghost moments.
He even now he's a rapper, but this I'm gonna tell you, this boy, he may not rap gospel rap. He go to church. He's faithful. This boy is one of the most spiritual. He's so spiritual. The boy went on a 3-day fast with just water because God told him to, and that 3-day fast turned into 30 days of water. And I'm saying that to say, yeah, he may not be doing gospel rapping, but I heard a lot of his music, and I heard a lot of stuff that he say in the music, and it's leading people to the cross. Like, if you don't believe me, look him up. He's Jackson Lyrics. You can look him up on iTunes, brother, if you watch it. This your little plug. But you can look him up, and that's why I'm like, get over yourself. You self-righteous, traditional devils. Get over yourself. It's not going to be presented the way you want it to be presented. So get over yourself. If we keep Jesus in the church, how will the people in the world go get to know him? Like, get over yourself. Now me personally, I'm too churchy to sing R&B.
Was y'all at church that? Wow, you can sing blues. Was y'all at church that day? When Bishop came to me and he told me that I had to continue to go, I was discouraged. I had got discouraged about it because people were making such a big deal with certain things. I had even gotten messages like, we was at a gig one day and somebody hopped on the live and was like, so you still singing this secular music? What did God tell you to do? And I'm like, it was a fake page. I'm like, who is this? Like, people will go as far as like making fake pages like, yo, blah, 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 blah. And I don't have nothing to do with it. And so I needed to hear that because I was tired of getting messages like, you the God always works it out, girl, but you know, I'm singing this. Is this you too? Well, it is. I don't just sing gospel. You know what I'm saying? And hey, anything can lead you to the cross, and people don't get it.
That's good, Morgan. That's so good.
We did. So that was the weirdest thing. We had a family request, Love by Music Soul Child. I was so uncomfortable. I had never been uncomfortable ever in my life to minister. Do you know how many souls were saved in that funeral while I was singing that song? And I was so confused. Are very hard to at the microphone, like, many nights I cry for you, wanting. I'm sorry, Jesus. Like, I was so uncomfortable. But so many souls were like saved.
It's crazy. Yeah. God can move anything.
He can.
Anything.
Because believe it or not, people don't understand that even with love, anything with love, God is in all four of the different loves. He concerned about us. He loves us unconditionally, and he loves us in spite of.
Yep.
So it's like, you think about love, it's always going to lead it back to Jesus. Like Bobby Calloway, watch the Saints. The Saints ain't gonna like me when I sing that. Bobby Calloway sing, "What you won't do for love."
How well we know you go to church.
What you won't give up.
Like, in my world.
In my world, only only you.
Where?
That's right.
Yeah. This is why I'm good at gospel. But that song, that could be so churchy. And I told Johnny Oates, I said, bro, I'm doing a cover to that, and the Saints is gonna be mad.
Okay, and let them be
That's
mad.
okay.
Because let me tell you
Look.
something. What the Saints don't do. The Saints get mad, but they don't pay.
At all.
Be mad.
Ain't gonna pay. They
Not a
can't put you
dime.
nowhere.
The
Yeah, they
same
don't
Saints
play.
that get mad at you ain't never sent you a cash app, ain't never bought a ticket to a show, ain't never paid 99 cents for your single
And never
on
will.
Apple Music,
Listen,
ain't never
you
bought a
download
t-shirt,
that demon.
ain't never bought a plus size Barbie piece of clothing, ain't nothing. But y'all so mad at me, but ain't never supported me. I would be mad at something I invested something into. Why are you mad at something you have no investment in?
That is good.
Listen.
That was
Listen.
a mouthful.
And why are people like us your focal point when you could be doing for yourself?
Because you're jealous. Let me call that jealous demon out. You're jealous because you don't want to do it because you haven't been delivered from people yet. When you when you understand your assignment, don't nothing else matter. Like everybody is not made for the pulpit. What happened to listen, at my old church, Christ Simple in Joliet, we had a choir called the Professional Christians. They used to, on Saturdays, they would walk the streets and they would sing. And they've told us stories about people stopped in the cars, receiving the gift of the Holy Ghost right there in the street, speaking in tongues on cars, walking up to crackheads and drunken men, singing, "What can wash away my sin?" Singing songs. Went to the jail, sang in the jail. The man wrote a letter to the church saying that before y'all came, I was about to serve life, and they let me out on parole. So you sitting there fighting over who gonna be able to sing in the church, in the next musical, in the next conference, when really you ain't doing yourself no justice. You don't understand your assignment. You don't even understand your sound. Because if you understood it, then all this different this music will be different. Everybody trying to sound like the next Karen Clark Sheard. Everybody trying to sound like the next Darryl Walls. You're not going to be them. You're never going to be them. And speaking of Darryl Walls, y'all did him wrong. That's why Paco went off on y'all on Twitter and told y'all where y'all should go. Because y'all appreciated them when they was young. You bought all their music. But then one of his friends betrayed him after he sent a video to a close friends page. One of his friends betrayed him.
I could put a pin right there, but I feel like I'm around Morgan up if I do. So I'm not gonna put a pin on that.
You're gonna rile me up.
Because they'll be
be quiet.
You too. Because they'll show betray you, baby, and show his share and show his sin and won't try to restore you, won't try to cover you, and won't try to nothing.
I've been there.
I just don't understand it. And like even this music, I heard people, Jan, my song streaming, it probably just hit 15,000 streams. I heard people say, "You think you better than us? You think you something because you got a little single." For one, it's not little because you don't know how much I paid for it. That's number one. Number two, I don't think I'm better than you at all. Number three, how you know I got a single? Obviously, you downloaded it.
Right.
Or listen to it. So therefore, you're one of my numbers. So thank you for hating me enough to listen to my music. Thank you for hating on me enough to watch my videos. Because obviously, you're looking at everything that I'm doing. So thank you for being the numbers. Thank you for making me go viral. Because if it wasn't for your numbers, if it wasn't for you clicking on my stuff, I would not be viral. So thank you. I just got mad, y'all. And it's okay to get mad because people will try you and be all this. But what's gonna happen is that people will, the moment that
Morgan.
What you say?
No, I
was about to say they're definitely probably on this line right now.
Okay, now, hold on, y'all, because I'm about to put the block industry. Let me go over to my to my live because you're not gonna be posting angry faces on my live.
Who's that?
I don't know, but I'm about to go see now.
The person we talking about probably.
Most likely.
Tell
Be
us the name.
blessed.
Tell us the
Grace
name.
and
Love you with the
peace.
love of the Lord.
Right, grace and peace.
Oh, these devils won't let me. They won't let me see. They must remove it because I don't see it no more.
Where was it on YouTube?
No, it was on Facebook.
Morgan, we can always count on her for giving a view. Thank you so much. We show
I can't
appreciate
say it, y'all. Hey.
No, this is serious. This is serious. We really can, but whew, it
really is. You deal with this kind of stuff being indie artist or artist period. You just deal with people, and people will go as far as I dealt with it. People go as far as making fake pages. People go as far as
Morgan said it was her.
I'm sorry, sir.
Tasha, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me put a disclaimer because my sister Tasha Bell in. Sis, I'm going to calm down, but I don't need you to go look for that woman and inbox her.
Tasha, go look.
Lord.
Go look. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm going to get a shirt that
Morgan,
says,
was it really?
thank you for your views.
I can always count on the view.
I can always.
That's it.
You know, have y'all ever went to y'all story and it be like 217 views and 5 other people viewed it?
Yep.
That you can't see.
That you can't
That
see.
means you want to be my friend, but you're not going to be my friend. So what you do is you search me every day. Oh, you search me every day.
Or you a friend, but you haven't had a fake page.
Yeah, oh no, not on my page. I delete them fake pages. You hear me? Like I'm gonna tell y'all too. I delete every 2 weeks. When my numbers get back to 5,000, I go in. If I haven't heard from you, if you don't support nothing that I do, you don't repost nothing that I do, I delete you for free.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
She said she got her notifications on.
No, she do. She do.
Lord Jesus.
Oh no.
Nice.
This is too
Listen,
much.
Morgan Uncensored coming soon.
Yeah,
y'all don't want it, but okay, because she is uncensored, but
I love it.
She really is very knowledgeable. Morgan is a very smart person. Yeah. She really does have it, but you are gonna get this uncensored person. And y'all know I like to push the envelope, so it's like, hey, these type of people exist in church.
Morgan,
delete it now. Delete it right now.
Delete it.
I'm not even showing it on my screen. I'm not showing it on my screen.
Do not.
Hold on. I gotta go back to the post.
Lord, y'all please forgive my friend. Please forgive her.
I deleted it already. Jen, we all gonna be sat down.
We all gonna get sat down. I think I got a phone call from one of the ministers and elders from New Zion already.
We are about to get sat down. Look. My sister Tasha said, I like Morgan. Tasha, no. Morgan is a mess.
Please don't feel her anymore.
But you know what though, Jen? We may be laughing, but that's what's missing. The realness. Mm-hmm. Like, be real. Like, if we all would just be real and stop trying to conform to what the church want us to say, want us to do, the church will be filled. Every church will have a building and be full.
And it's not about, because people always say we're losing, we got to get back to the things of God, and we're losing. We don't dress for church no more, and we don't do this no more, and we don't blah, 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 blah. But that's a part of the big problem, is that our suits the things of God? Are they? Are long dresses the things of God, or are they the things of the people of God?
So since you said that, let's say this. Even with the music, you go from David. In the Bible days, Mahalia Jackson probably was too worldly for them. Because what David and them sing, let's go to 1800s. What they sing, and then 50 years down the road, 60 years down the road, Mahalia, James Cleaver, all them come on the scene. And then the Clark sisters come and they sing, their music is being played in the club. But then now you saying that's good old Christian music. So then now you saying our generation is too modern or too contemporary. No, because when we get old, we're going to be like, I don't like this worldly mess. So it's really all about the generation, the music that they listen to. Because my uncles, they love commission.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They love the whinings. But they say this new stuff, they don't know what's really going on with it. So it's all about, like, even with clothes. Back then, my granny and them didn't wear their toes and heels out. And they wore head coverings.
Nice
They
choice.
wore thick Scots, stockings with long skirts. Nowadays, don't know women wear stockings. Are you saying they're not saved because they don't wear no stockings?
That's what they saying.
My granny didn't wear stockings. She wore knee highs.
See? And
Right,
right,
because
y'all, she
they
couldn't
couldn't
wear
wear
red
red
back in the day. Praise and worship. Oh, right. Okay. So Morgan is a person that hates, she does not like praise and worship.
Oh, she old school.
Give her old school
Testimony service.
That's her. God is a good God. Yes, he is. I know God is a... That's Morgan. Me, I am Bermuda shorts and tank tops and flip-flops. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord.
Right.
Come on, do the run again. Do it again.
He said, Lord.
Yeah, do it again.
That's the tan run, Lord. That's me. I want to see you. No vibrato, no runs to see you high and lifted up. That's it. That's me. But it doesn't mean that I'm not talking to the same guy. And I hate when people. One of the main reasons I dread sometimes and say no a lot of times when people ask me to sing at programs. We do. Me and Morgan bump heads on the church thing sometimes. We make it work though. But a lot of times I don't do it because I don't feel that I gotta scream at you to be oily.
Yeah. But when you do scream,
she don't do it often.
it's just like fire. You know that's my favorite one. Fire the Holy Ghost.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. But I don't want to have to do it for y'all to be like, she got the oil.
Right.
Why can't I have the same oil singing, Jesus, Jesus, there's something. Why do I have to be Jesus, Jesus, Jesus on the why am now I'm not
honestly that's I think it's church culture.
It's to
it's the same though. But it's church culture. Like I came to Jenipher one day, I was like, listen, I'm used to screaming and hollering in order for it to things shift. That's just what it was. And I told her, like, I don't want to do that no more. It's killing my voice.
And it does kill your voice.
Don't do it.
I'm over screaming and hollering.
Avenues.
Yeah, and I've been talking to her about it. Like, hey, what are different avenues so I'm not up there hollering the entire time?
Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna give. Sometimes I do holler, but sometimes it's so much more comfortable just having to not do that. So for me, I'm gonna give you highs all day long, and I'm gonna sustain my highs as much as I can. And then once I'm done, there it is. It's the same effect. It's all about your tone and how you doing everything. That's literally it. It's all about tone.
And
yes, Tank said
Smoking squares.
That's almost before.
Listen, it's one thing people I don't play about is my what? My instrument. Right. I cannot go to Guitar Center or Sam Ash and get another one.
Yeah.
When I mess it up, I'm tore up, and now I'm sounding like Louise Jefferson. or I'm Albertina Walker.
Right.
Smoking
And now
squares.
y'all,
Well, Albertina Walker was smoking cigarettes.
Nice squares.
but it worked for her.
Yep.
It
I
worked for
can
her.
go to God in prayer.
It worked for her, but for me, cause I'm and I don't even want to, cause people get offended when you say stuff like this. Do you know? A lot of times when I get to church on a Sunday morning, I've had a gig on Saturday, and Morgan can attest, and there were probably 32 songs on the set list that I sang on Saturday.
Yep.
What person at this church finna sing 32 songs and sustain through these 32?
Not me.
That's it, the cat.
I might got a good 2 in me.
Background,
I
maybe.
be able
Lead
to
in,
sustain, because when I leave here from these 32, I got another 32 with Bishop Jacobs, because that's 32 songs of service when he get up there.
You said how many songs, Jen?
32. See, them the kind of song Morgan like talking about. Teach the choir, I can go to God in prayer.
See, Morgan must be. She is really old Baptist at heart, ain't she?
She is.
Is.
Morgan is very churchy.
I don't, whatever. And Morgan, like, she loves like James Hall. She's churchy with all the vibrato, not me. But I feel like I should be able to get my point across. And so a lot of times I don't appear effective in a church setting because I'm not trying to squall or scream or do whatever. And then I appear off or not oily or in my flesh because I'm a technical singer. Now you're mad because I did a run and I did something that but now I'm in my flesh because I did it when I'm technical. Why can't technical singing be and somebody said this, she said it on her album, and I understood what she meant by it, but she shouldn't have had to sing it. Miranda Curtis was like, I'm gonna do the stuff on the album that I can't do on Sunday mornings. Well, why you can't do it on Sunday mornings? If God gave you this gift, why do you have to shelter or cover the gift that he gave you on Sunday mornings because people are offended by? Excuse me?
It goes back to church culture.
Yeah.
It goes straight back to church culture, because literally that's what, especially black church, and especially if you're doing Pentecostal Baptist type stuff, that's what they looking for. You not oily unless you hollering and screaming. And so some singers can't do it because that's what they're expecting, and that's the only way to move in a sense the atmosphere moves. You know what I'm saying? But for some people, like, that's all they can do is technical. And so it's just really all about church culture, and unfortunately, it's sad the way it is. But like those same singers you're talking about that are technical and go, I'm gonna name it, a church like All Nations, and be technical all day because they don't do a lot of that. But you come to a real old school Baptist church, and they gonna want you to holler. Unfortunately,
they gonna want you to holler. And my thing is, and most of the times, the churches that want you to holler
ain't paying nothing.
None of that.
And most of them churches that want you to holler ain't got no Holy Ghost.
That too.
And I'm hollering because y'all sound system toe up.
That too.
That's it.
That's the one.
So I get it. So I try not to, when people often ask me, hey, can you sing on my program? Can you blah, 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 blah? And it was at one point, I did it a lot. And I realized too that created a form of anxiety for me because I was always angry in doing it because I was trying to force people to go with me to a place that they couldn't connect with me on because maybe I'm just not who y'all need to hear. But it doesn't change the God in me because you didn't grab it. Because a lot of this stuff y'all be grabbing don't be God. It be culture. So I had to become okay with knowing I'm not going to touch every crowd. I'm not going to touch every, atmosphere. And I'm just not. But when I go into certain settings, like, absolutely, I am way more comfortable on stage in the club than I am at church. Why? Because those people are not judging me. They're not looking at what I have on. They're not sitting here waiting for me to sing because the jacked up part about it is at church, they're going to get mad at you for being technical, but they're going to share you if you flat and wrong.
Yeah.
So you jacked up if you do, you jacked up if you don't. But I can go into these settings and realistically just deal with people who are here to enjoy the music and it makes them happy. And in turn, you will get a person who will come and say, I'm going through a divorce, or this was going on, or I was going to commit suicide tonight, and blah, 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 blah. But you saying, don't stop believing. And now I really believe that I can leave this club and be cool. And they will be high as a kite. And I had a person come up to me in the basement. Had never seen this lady in my life. And she was high as a kite and had planned on taking her life. And I sang, don't stop believing. And she cried like I was singing The Blood Still Works or something. I will never forget the very first time I experienced that. I was singing Jasmine Sullivan's I'm in Love with Another Man. And the lady caught the Holy Ghost. And I didn't know what to do because the natural side of me wanted to die laughing.
That'll preach though. I'm in love with another man. That'll preach.
Because what you doing, ma'am? I'm singing secular. I'm talking about the lyrics of this song is basically saying what it's saying. And later she came to me and she said, I'm going through a divorce. My husband, I'm going through a situation. They're contemplating divorce. He was a crackhead. He had all this going on. And she was emotional. But when I began to minister this song that didn't have nothing to do with Jesus in it, it did something to her spirit. And I'm talking about in. It wasn't a joke. She wasn't drunk. She hadn't been drinking. She was shouting in the middle of a song. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, for me, I look at it now and I will go toe to toe with anybody about it. I don't care what I'm singing. I can sing pop, lock, and drop. And if God is in that pop, lock, and drop, somebody gonna get it. And why he gonna be in it is because he is with me. When I'm on these club stages, he is with me. When I'm on these theater stages, he is with me. When I'm in these little hole in the walls, he is with me. When I'm at church, he is with me. So wherever I am, he gonna be.
Yep.
So if he resides in me, when I sing whatever I sing, it's gonna touch somebody. It may not touch you, and guess what? I'm not assigned to everybody, so maybe I just wasn't supposed to touch you.
That's the one.
That's good.
That's the one.
And that's the thing too. We try to touch people that we ain't assigned to.
That's good.
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You
and those are the ones that's judging.
But you're not even a part of my assignment.
Jenipher, you better preach.
But it happens, and it's kind of like I had to get to the point, and I had to mature, and it had nothing to do with people, but I had to sit back and be like, I can't be mad at them. I'm mad at them. And this song was for Coop. It wasn't for Chris. So I don't expect Chris to connect with it like this. And we get so caught up in church where if only one person worships with us, we worry about the other people that's sitting there. Well, I touched this one.
Yeah.
That one is just as important. I do want all 90 of them to worship. But if I reach somebody, I've done something right. And a lot of times we feel like people are doing stuff right because the crowd is with them. Do you know that Lucifer was able to manipulate the airways?
Go there.
And get people to do what he needed them to do at any moment. And excuse me? So do you not know that music already carries a spirit by itself? Whether you say a word or sing a word. When music is played, it will go through the airways and manipulate whatever emotion you have in that moment.
Yep.
So sometimes people are crying in church and that don't have nothing to do with Jesus. But it has to do with their home situation, because whatever the music is doing, it's gonna tap that emotion that you're feeling at the moment. Yeah. So sometimes your mind ain't no Jesus, and you come in there thinking about how you may be ill. So them tears during praise and worship don't have nothing to do with Jesus. But now you're thinking about your sickness. Now you're thinking about what you need paid. Now you're thinking about every tear. It don't mean that you reached the crowd. What it means is that there was an emotion that you sent that connected with my emotion, and now we're emotional.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
And people a lot of times confuse being emotional with a presence.
Talk.
Do you know how many times people can be, and I'm gonna go secular with this and I'm gonna go sexual with it. Do you know how many times people can have sex and never connect?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's an emotion.
Do you know how many times people can sit in a church service and hear praise and worship and never connect?
Yeah.
But they're there and they're in the moment and they're in the mood and they're doing it, but there's no connection to it. Do you know how many people never meet intimately and then have a connection?
Yep.
It's bigger, man. Listen, I could talk I could keep going. So y'all know y'all have
We're gonna have to do another one.
Yeah,
We gotta do another one.
I think part 2 is gonna come. I think we're gonna do part 2 next. We're gonna have to talk privately because I want to bring Morgan on next week.
Now having the both of us.
I think I'm gonna bring Morgan on next week because this is, and I know people trying to figure out what this got to do with artistry. It got a lot to do with
Got
artistry.
a lot to do with it.
It has a whole lot to do with
Has a whole lot.
She just said she's down. You good?
Okay. It has a whole lot to do with it, and people think because you grab
behind the scenes of the glitz and glamour.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like y'all seen artists that we see and we like, oh, they're anointed. But y'all have seen artists and you like, I'm gonna cover you, I'm gonna sing behind you. But Lord, I did not know that you was this filthy.
Yeah.
But guess what? We're supposed to cover that person.
Yeah,
exactly.
I done lost my background. It's all right.
You ain't wrong, Jen. You ain't wrong.
We supposed to cover that person instead of expose. My house ain't dirty, so they can see my background. I clean up.
So,
oh, did I lose my volume? Say something, y'all.
No, you good.
Oh, you good.
No, you fine.
I lost my volume.
You can't hear us?
Now I got to go out and come back.
Oh, the blood.
Y'all, we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes.
This is good stuff. We got to do a part 2 for real.
This is what we're going to do. I'm going to bring her back. But Chris, wait, before I bring her back, do y'all got any final words to say to get them ready for next week?
Don't miss next week because it's finna be a time.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
it's just this conversation.
Wait, I got invited for a third one. Look at that.
Come on, Wade.
He gets on my nerve. He gets. Oh, hey, Wade. Courtney been quiet in the comments today, child.
Ooh. All right.
Oh,
that's
really?
enough.
She ain't said nothing.
She said a few things. She didn't say much.
Yeah, so listen, y'all.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is just come. Y'all don't want to miss next week.
Y'all don't want to miss it. For one, this is going to help people who's trying to get into a field of ministry that you may not be ready for in this season.
Yeah,
because it's a lot of spiritual maturity that you have to have. Like, okay, yeah, you may be singing at a church musical, but then when y'all go out, what you gonna do when most of the choir is drinking a non-Julio, and you know your personal conviction is you don't drink?
Right.
Are you gonna talk about them or are you gonna cover them? So we just need to be careful.
Hello.
You lost one of these. Oh, y'all, Nate had to go to rehearsal. He told me that beforehand. You know, he got a program coming out. His program is on Friday.
It's Friday, yeah.
So he had a rehearsal. If you want to know about the program, you're in Chicagoland area, go to my page. I shared a group of flyers off of Dexter Walker. But Jen, I was letting him know that we're going to do this next week. Morgan, inbox me a picture so I can put it on the flyer. We're doing this next week, next Monday. Meet us here next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this is going to be good.
It's gonna be good.
And this is going to be a no-holds bar type of conversation.
Yeah, my
I
phone
think this
on
the
one.
one you got to put on YouTube and lock it, and people got to
Unlisted.
pay $10 to get it. Yeah, you got to listen
So
to this
I
one.
think I'm going to just do it on YouTube
There it
because
is.
my YouTube in my personal page.
Tank said we charged $10.
That's right.
At the door.
Hey Chris, you gonna have to show me how to do that.
I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get you. I got you.
Yeah, because this topic, and even with me, this has helped me a lot.
Yeah.
This has helped me a
Both
lot.
of y'all, because both of y'all are still artists, whether y'all are moving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all both still got stuff y'all got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tank said he gonna be at the door, making sure
You know he's
everybody got
security.
their shit.
You know you the staff pastor of
That's my
security.
security.
That's staff pastor security.
Hey
That's
y'all,
right.
so I'm gonna say this now. Chris and Wayman gonna get me, but I'm still gonna say this. We're thinking about in June. Jenipher already enlisted. She don't know it yet, but
Uh-oh.
she already enlisted. So in June, we're thinking about doing a indie artist showcase.
All right.
It's either going to be in the Chicagoland area or here in Indy. I'm going to get with Jen because you see that face because Wayman ain't do his homework. He was supposed to talk to her.
Yeah,
But
like,
we're going to do a showcase. So we're going to be getting back with you guys by the end of the month. Y'all can't, okay, why we can't do it is Morgan's birthday in June?
No, you can't.
You gotta get off of here.
Yeah, we'll get off of here and we'll talk
Get
about
off
it.
of here.
We can't do it in June. And it ain't going to be free if you want to sing. So we'll bring y'all more information. But listen. We're about to get off of here. But before we go, I still need y'all to go follow me. I need y'all to like and share and make sure you go subscribe to my YouTube. If you want to hear about this new one coming up, if you want to see this new one that we're doing next week, you better go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Elder R.D. Cooper. And please, StreamYard is not free. A lot of the stuff that I got is not free. So go ahead. It's all right to cash at me and bless me. Everybody think I got all this buku money. That's fine. Think that, but I need you to sow a seed. Huh? But yeah, so listen. I am out of here. We are out of here. We thank you guys for joining us. We thank you guys for liking. We thank you guys for being in the comment. So, hey, we are out of here, baby. See y'all next week.